Crank it up, YouTube. This is Fresh Pair back with another performance review. For today, we take the Nike Hyperdunk 2016 Flyknit to the test. I've played in my pair for 6 days or a combined 15 hours of full court games. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, check my website for the detailed version of this review. Links are posted below. With that out of the way, on to the review. The upper is Flyknit, including this sleeve that has perforations at the ankles. The vamp has a bit of glue reinforcement underneath for added durability against creasing and unthreading. This has 12 eyelets on each side. The eye stay has TPU reinforcement. Flywire cables are stitched to the sides, and they also double as lace loops for these standard laces. Flywire is also integrated into the vamp. The external heel counter is hard as nuts. Inside is a plastic heel cup and some plush foam padding. The midsole is Phylon, but the main cushioning is a full-length Zoom placed directly under the footbed. There are cord-out sections at the midsole for what Leo Chang calls trampoline effect. More of that in the cushioning. The outsole is translucent rubber, which has aggressive herringbone pattern. The outsole also has hollow sections which are covered by clear and soft plastic windows. My size 11 pair weighs about 13.5 ounces or about 375 grams. For me, the shoe feels light, which is a plus, at least for me. As for durability, I don't see the Flyknit unthreading anytime soon, and even if the stitching at the back of the sleeve unthreads, I think this is still playable. Note that the lace may unthread in some parts where you pull by inadvertently pinching a portion of it. This is because the laces are cheap, but overall, the shoe itself feels durable despite how light it feels on feet. On clean courts, the traction is excellent. It's really good and squeaks a lot, but a bit of dust at the outsole reduces court grip. On moderately dusty courts, the traction becomes average, definitely not stop on a dime level, so unless you are playing on really clean floors, don't expect outstanding traction. I'm not saying that the traction is despicably bad, all I'm saying is that it could have been better. Strangely enough, you'll only hear that familiar squeak when doing backward motions like backpedaling on moderately dusty courts. I'll explain why in more detail on Tech Focus, so stay tuned. I do not recommend this for hooping regularly on outdoor courts or courts with rough surfaces. The outsole is durable enough for smooth painted concrete courts, but definitely not for rough concrete. The rubber treads are shallow, thin, and pliable. Lastly, heel-to-toe transition is smooth, but it is not linear smooth. Rather, it is somewhat like sloping smooth. It's because the zoom and the cord-out sections allow your foot to press further down than usual. The overall cushioning here is above average, but this is more plush rather than responsive. This is great for impact protection, especially on hard heel strikes. The forefoot section also feels like pillows. The zoom feels stable enough though, thanks to the Phylon midsole. The cushioning, however, did not feel quite like a trampoline. It felt only half of it. The downward force is diffused adequately, but there is no significant pushback or propulsion that is typical among trampolines. This isn't necessarily bad, on the contrary, I think it is still good. It's just that the trampoline effect doesn't quite add up in full. I'll discuss this in more detail for Tech Focus one of these days, so again, stay tuned for it. Last point, the court feel is decent. This is definitely suitable for quick guards who love to play low to the ground. This fits true to size. I repeat, true to size. Wide footers going a half size up can be an option. Narrow footers go true to size. Overall, there is absolutely no need to go a half size down, none whatsoever. The Flyknit will partially break in, but it will not loosen up enough to require going a half size down. The sleeve can help you ease your foot into the shoe by pulling on it, and I think it's the best way to get your foot inside the shoe. The sleeve also adds some compression in the Achilles. Lacing this up can be a little bothersome. 3 reasons. 1. There are just too many eyelets. 2. It's somehow tough sliding the length of the laces through the eyelets because the holes are narrow. And 3. Pulling which lace should be pulled can be tricky and confusing. You might pull a lace thinking that it will tighten up the fit, only to find out that it does the exact opposite. But here's the good side: once laced tight, the containment is excellent. While the Flyknit at the top of your foot will fold vertically once you lace tight, it nevertheless reduces extra space. Also, the Flyknit at the lateral and medial will conform to the contour of the sides of your foot. This makes the midfoot lockdown excellent. Another good thing is that you do not have to adjust the laces after lacing tight. The only concern is that you might feel some pinching near the instep if you wear thin socks. So don't wear thin socks. One last point, the ventilation is average. There are perforations at the medial that allow some heat to escape, but that's about it. The shoe is not built like a tank. The parts that offer support are minimal. You have an external heel counter, an outsole contour that mimics the shape of the foot, flywire cables at the sides, and a short out trigger. That said, the support of the shoe primarily relies on the fit, so sizing is crucial. Get the right size to get that one-to-one fit. You want this to move the way your foot does and have no unnecessary space inside. Otherwise, the wrong fit from sizing will make this shoe feel clunky and worse, unsupportive. In a way, the less bulk in the shoe takes away a bit of support, but at the same time it cuts on weight and adds more freedom of movement, which brings us to our next point: range of motion. This plays like a low top, only that you'll feel some compression at the Achilles because of the sleeve. This has very good range of motion at the ankles, which is really ideal for shifty guards. Plus, the range of motion at the forefoot is also good, so quick changes of direction from push-offs at the toes feel smooth and secure at the same time. Overall, compared to the 2015 version, this is definitely an upgrade, so good job on this, Leo Chang. Now about the retail price of $200 or 9,895 pesos if you're in the Philippines, I don't think this shoe is for everyone. Come on, Nike. In the end, I give the Nike Hyperdunk 2016 Flyknit a grade of A-, which is equivalent to 90 to 93 points out of a maximum 100. That is it for now. Stay tuned for tech focus and one-on-one matchups. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram for updates. Check my website. You know the drill. Links are posted below. This is Fresh Pair signing out for today. Peace.
Ano itong ride mo?